So this is going to be a quick look at this cordless rechargeable screwdriver offered by a brand called AMIR. As a disclaimer, I need to let you know that the brand actually sent me this as a sample to evaluate and do a review on. So this is kind of an interesting little tool because it's a cordless rechargeable screwdriver, but it can also be used as a manual screwdriver. So if you don't want to use the if you don't want to use the electric drive in it, and you just want to use it as a manual, you can, which that's a little bit different. You don't see that a lot with most cordless screwdrivers. Most of the time, they only work one way, and that's using the power. This unit is it's got a 3.7 amp uh, battery in it or motor in it, and it comes with everything you see here, uh, including you get this long. Hopefully, you can see that. You get a long Phillips head bit that's got different Phillips head sides on each end, and then in addition to that, you get a tip driver set that has 10 different drivers on it of different styles. So you've got, hopefully you can see that, you've got your couple of what I call traditional flathead screws in different widths. You've got a couple of different Phillips, and then you've got some Torx drivers. I believe that's a T15, and that's a Torx 20. And then you've got the bit adapter, which the bit adapter would fit into the end here. And basically, to put anything in, you just pull it down or push it out, I guess, and then it goes in, and then you let it go, and it locks in like that. And so now this unit will take any of these bits, and they are magnetized. So when you put them in, they go in kind of on their own, and they're not coming out, as you can see. And then to use the driver, if you want to use the power portion of it, you've got these two buttons right here, and of course that determines the drive, the way it's going to go, and then that's reverse, and then that's to drive it, and then that's to back it out. And you may have noticed, hopefully you saw this too, it also has an integrated light, and hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can see it on my hand. It's got a little light that comes out here to help, so you can see kind of what you're doing. The unit itself charges via USB, which is kind of handy, and it comes with a USB charger. Now, one of a couple of neat things about that is you can either plug this into anything that accepts a USB, like a computer or anything like that, or you can get the USB to wall mount adapter, kind of like what you might see with a phone charger, and you can plug it into a wall mount and charge. It seems to take about 40 minutes to an hour to fully charge. At least that's been, well, I'll take that back. It takes about 30 minutes to charge, and then it seems like it'll run for close to maybe not a full hour, but close to an hour of use, constant use. But I've had this thing about 2 weeks now. I've had the chance to kind of play around with it and test it out in different, scenarios, and just give it a try. And I'll say that having a product like this, one of these drivers, is really handy when you've got to do some type of driving. You've got to put screws and stuff in, and it's definitely something that having around the house is certainly handy when you need to do some light screw driving, driving screws. Now, I wouldn't say this is a heavy duty unit. I would say that it's it's probably a light to medium use. The torque on this it maxes out at 2 Newton meters, which is respectable, but it's not a ton. It's not the same as like a drill bit driver. with a bigger battery, that's going to be a much higher torque application. So, but for light to medium use, something like this is a great option. It's simplistic enough where, my wife, if she needed to do something, she understands how to put the bits in and could screw something in if she needed to. So, and then it also comes with a manual. The only thing it doesn't come with would be like a separate carrying case. If I had one little complaint, that would be it. That I wish it came with its own little separate carrying case, not the box it came in, but actually like a plastic or polymer carrying case. But aside from that, it seems to work well.